Yo, Sanjay Uchiha here, people, giving you my review on Samurai Jack Season 5, Episode 3. This may be a short one, but let's get into it anyway. So, we're continuing off last week's episode, people. And I must say, this episode, yet another masterpiece. Loving the quality that the producers, creators have put into Season 5 thus far. It is a total upgrade from the first four seasons. Not saying that the first four seasons weren't great, they were absolutely amazing as well, but I'm just loving it. The tone, the dark tone of the season so far, people. But this episode can be split into two sections, alright, obviously. The first half of this episode really deals with Jack coming to terms with what he's done, essentially, as I predicted. So, prediction. Sanjay Uchi, anyone? Alright, whatever. So yeah, we see Jack floating down the river, losing tons of blood. Eventually, bumps into land where he's traveling through the forest. He still sees that mysterious samurai figure, which I'm guessing is some, at this point, it's just his own fear of giving up and just dying at this point, really and truly, or just committing suicide, or his fear of just going to the afterlife at this point. We do see him eventually get into a cave where the first amazing part of the episode to me is that, as I predicted, as I said earlier, Jack's psychological state. We get to see even more of that, and of course, as I'd say in my review last night for episode 2, old Jack, which is the way he looked before, well, the way he was portrayed in this episode kind of seemed a bit more demonic, I suppose. But it does show that Jack does have his doubts. He's having real serious regret, because old Jack is saying that this what's going on with Jack now isn't about that in his injury per se, but the fact that he actually killed a human being. This is the first one he's killed, as I thought, and I'm loving what they did here. Um, of course, they go back and forth about, well, not really back and forth, but old Jack was saying that, will he be able to kill the others? Will, or if deep down inside, if he really wants them to kill him. So we get to see even more of Jack's doubts. Um, of course, the one thing was kind of weird to me. I know it's for the sake of the story. I know Jack does eventually kind of stitch up the wound, but he did lose quite a bit of blood earlier. You'd think he'd die from that. So, but probably a bit of plot armor. I mean, the plot necessitates it, and I guess it's one of the few times that we get to see plot armor from. Well, probably not a few times. I know I did say in last night's review that we didn't really get a lot of plot armor for Jack, but I guess we could put this as one. Oh, it's messaging me. Oh. Monster by messaging me during my review. Alright. Alright, sorry about that, people. But yeah. So what we proceed to get here is really Jack coming to terms with what he has to do with the fact that he's killed a human being, because we get a flashback of a time when he was a kid traveling with his parents and he saw his father kill a bunch of bandits, really and truly. So, and he remembers the dialogue his father had with them. And one thing that his father said that stood out to him as a kid as well is that the decisions you make and the actions you take after a reflection of who you are, so don't run from that. So the fact that Jack came to terms with it is really indicative of his character growth, character development at this point. I had no trouble with the characterization. And even the time he took to come to this growth or development, it wasn't a problem either, because as you can see, the episode really implied that he was there for a few days, to say the least. And with all the, I guess, psychological trauma over the last 50 years, it worked really well for the episode, honestly. For the second half, so yeah, we have Jack once again dominating his fears, his inner psychological fears, his trauma, overcoming all what old Jack was saying, and once again triumph in his own psychological battle. So that for what it's worth, made the episode even greater. The second half of this episode, the action and the choreography of the fight between Jack and the Daughters of Aku were pretty well done. For a second there, I was gonna complain about the pacing of the first half, but it worked out really well. The fact that we get this awesome fight in the second half and the choreography that followed, it was simply amazing. We get Jack savage as all hell going in, killing all but one of the daughters, which I'm pretty sure the daughter he left alive was Aishi. Aishi, however you pronounce her name, sorry. But I'm sure a lot of people predicted that she would be the last one left. I must say, Jack, absolutely stunning, brilliant fight. Of course, at this point, towards the end of the episode, both Jack and Aishi they fall off a tree branch down to a level way below. So what I am predicting for the future episodes, just like I'm sure everybody and their mothers have predicted already, is that Jack and her will get closer together, and she herself will get to understand Jack and grow as a character as well. Because one thing that was in this episode as well was the daughters bumping up into some animals and they weren't sure where they were. So I'm pretty sure that, and they were going to kill them because they thought that one of the deers that came was like some minion of Aku, and they couldn't understand what they were doing. So it just showed that the characterization for the daughters, they need growth development to see the world. So I'm pretty sure she will come to understand Jack eventually, and through Jack she'll get to develop and see the world, the last remaining daughter that is. So that's it. It'll probably be a story this year, and becoming your friend, your wife, who knows, and they find a way to get back to the past. So there's it, an amazing episode of Samurai Jack. I have no complaints. If you like this review, let me know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe, people, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.